What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today, I got some good news. Everybody's like, hey, Jeremy, why don't you make more positive videos? Why don't you make more positive videos? Well, this is a positive video, okay? Positive video. All right, so it is a sports-related topic, but again, like I did last time when I made a topic about sports on this channel, this is well beyond sports. This message speaks well beyond sports, so just stay with me. You're going to love this video. You're going to love the points I make. Just stay with me. Share this video. Like this video. This is the message that we have been wanting to get out there. And finally, someone in a powerful position is pushing this message forward, and it's a beautiful thing. And there are so many similarities to what ESPN has gone through versus what Hollywood is going through. So this shows us that there is some positivity to be found in all of this nonsense. So before we get started, this is from the Daily Caller. ESPN makes massive decision involving political coverage. Prepare for fans to start celebrating. Now, before we get into that, Jay Crawford, who used to be at ESPN, it says right here, counting down the months of my ESPN contract. So maybe he's got a few months left. I'm not sure. I always avoided political commentary during my 15 years with ESPN. Two things shocked me. One, so many of my colleagues couldn't help themselves from weighing in on political matters. Two, that it took so long for a brilliant company like Disney to figure out it was horrible for business. Thank you, Jay Crawford. Thank you. Now we got J.A. Adonde, who's on ESPN, whining and making excuses. J.A., I really like your sports coverage, but you are a lunatic if you're trying to make this case right now. He says, can you recall a single day when the network was consumed with politics? Did I miss First Take when Skip and Stephen A debated healthcare? He's like, bro, come on. But seriously, J.A., you are insane if you don't think ESPN was consumed by politics. I literally stopped watching something that I've been watching my whole life because of it. Do you not remember Woke Center with Jamel Hill and Michael Smith, where that's all they were doing was political propaganda for that Sports Center? Do you not remember that? Do you not remember the ratings completely tanking? My God. The fact that you're trying to defend this is unbelievable, J.A. Adonde. And even like Max Kellerman can't help himself but to complain about the president all the time during a sports debate show. All the time. Anyway, let's get back to it. ESPN president Jimmy Potaro says fans do not want us to cover politics. Thank you, President Jimmy Potaro. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's almost like you're listening to your fans. It's almost like you're listening to your customers. Holy crap. What an amazing idea for a business. ESPN President Jimmy Potaro is doing everything in his power to end politics seeping into the network's coverage. Over the past couple of years, politics has consumed the network and ratings fell off a cliff. Former President John Skipper resigned, and Potaro took things into a very smart direction, which is something he's hinted at before. For context, John Skipper, the equivalent of Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm. John Skipper was a joke, an absolute joke. And then he signed a contract extension, and then magically a few months later, he resigned. Well, if you go over to Outkick the Covers from Clay Travis, he did a great job of pointing out and connecting all the dots to why that resignation was not a resignation. There was a lot of things behind the scenes that John Skipper was involved in. Without question, our data tells us that fans do not want us to cover politics. My job is to provide clarity. I really believe that some of our talent was confused on what was expected of them. If you fast forward to today, I don't believe they are confused, Potaro told the Los Angeles Times in an article published Monday. Say whatever you want about ESPN, but Potaro is clearly a smart dude. He's also 100% correct. Your average sports fan does not give a damn about the political opinions of ESPN hosts and pundits. They just don't. You can take that right there. You can take your average sports fan and you can take that out and put your average movie fan or your average video game fan or your average television fan, and the sentence applies completely. We don't give a damn about your politics. And Jimmy Potaro at ESPN finally gets that. Thank God. They want to drink beer, watch the game, discuss the game, then they move forward. They don't need to hear from Jamel Hill how Donald Trump is a white supremacist. That did happen, by the way, when she was still at ESPN. There's a tweet right there. I really cut back on my ESPN viewing when Skipper was running the show, as did I. It was a disaster, but it's starting to get back to normal. Yes, it is. Pleasing your average sports fan is shockingly simple. It really is. I do it every single day, and I'm far from Albert Einstein. Again, take average sports fan and just take that out and put average movie fan, average video game fan, average television fan, average entertainment fan. Pleasing your average movie fan is shockingly simple. It really is. I do it every single day, and I'm far from Albert Einstein. Give them the game/movie. Give them some entertaining analysis. Keep things fun, and it will be insanely simple from there. Boom, boom, boom. Throw in a beer, and it only gets better from there. Apply it to video games, apply it to movies, apply it to television. Major shout out to Potaro for clearly having a good head on his shoulders. It's a refreshing change of pace from the old regime. Oh my goodness. Again, thank you so much, Jimmy Potaro. Now again, everybody that watches this channel, this is what we complain about. We complain about these crazy executives that are out of touch with what the average fan wants. And here you have someone running this entire company that's under the Walt Disney banner, and they are making a stand to say, hey, we've looked at the data. We've looked at the numbers. People don't want politics in their sports. Boom. This is what we need at Lucasfilm. This is what we need at every major studio. This is what we need at every video game company, is somebody that looks at the data and realizes that social justice warriors do not support your business model. They just don't. And the average person that is tuning into your sports network or watching your movie or playing your video game or watching your television show, they are not interested in your political opinion. This is not complicated. This is not hard to figure out. All it takes is some common sense, which is lacking in Hollywood, but luckily Jimmy Potaro doesn't seem to be lacking common sense. So, again, these are the messages we really want to get out there. So you got to share this video. You got to like this video. You got to comment on this video. You got to let everybody know what's going on here. This is the positivity you've been asking for, everybody. Jeremy, make a positive video. Jeremy's making a positive video. A very positive video. I have nothing negative to say about this. And I hope that this is more evidence that Hollywood will be changing at some point. Because you could have asked me a few years ago, when ESPN was completely woke, I was like, I'm done. I just can't do it anymore. I can't take it. It's so bad. And here we are just a few years later. New president, a president that looks at the data, a president that looks at his fans, a president that talks to his fans, a president that understands his fans, a president who's willing to go against the narrative in the entertainment industry as a whole and going against the narrative of the company in which his sub-company is under. Balls, brother. That's what Jimmy Potaro has, is balls. But when somebody is willing to go out there and do something like this, we the fans, now I get a lot of you probably don't like sports, but it's a big picture situation here. Big picture situation. We have to support these things. Look at the big picture. Do you want Hollywood to change? Do you want the video game industry to change? Yes, we do. And this is a classic example of it. So, thank you so much to Jimmy Potaro, for ESPN, for the Daily Caller, to Jay Crawford. Thank you so much for telling us how it is and acknowledging that the fans have a voice and you're listening to the fans, and that means the world to us. Thank you guys very much. Check out our Sports Wars YouTube channel where we cover all things sports, and I will leave a link in the pinned post below. Check out geeksandgamers.com. Check out our store over on geeksandgamers.com. Guys, have a great day. Talk to you later.